Hi, welcome back. I'm Susie Carder, and this is Susie Snacks, where I give you bite-sized information, tools, and strategy to grow your business into your cocktail for success. In my episode, 3 critical financial mistakes to avoid, Tamika said, I'm so over being broke. Girl, you have to get there in order to move from there. So I'm excited to share this week's episode, Tamika, because it's how to manage by the numbers. Recently, one of my $1 million clients came to me confused. He said, I know I make more than $1 million in revenue, but sometimes I can't pay my rent. What gives? I had to show him how to manage the sales by the numbers. Sometimes it's hard to see what's right in front of you. That's why coaches like myself are so valuable. They help close the blind spot because sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. So finding the leak in your sales. I looked at my client's sales number, looked at his productivity, and I examined his cost per person. I was able to quickly determine where his money was going and why he had cash flow issues. Each person in the company was expected to sell $3,100 per week, but they were only selling about $2,500 per week. That's a big deficit. That's a loss of $600 per week per person. He had 30 people. That's a total loss of $18,000 per week. Oh my goodness. If you multiply that out, it equates to $72,000 a month and $864,000 a year. That is a lot to lose. It all started with that small bleed of $600 and ballooned to a whopping $864,000 by the end of the year. Wow, right? When is the last time you looked hard at your sales number? I hope that it was only last month, right? And you're not waiting till the end of the year to review your numbers, because it'll be too late to stop the bleeding, just like it was with my client. One way that I show my clients how to manage sales by the number is doing a sales member analysis tool. I have a special worksheet I use for this. It'll appear in my upcoming book, Bootstrap to Big Time. Very excited, but let me share the basics with you right now so that you don't have to wait, for that to come out. Working through the analysis allows you to determine what each salesperson on your team needs to produce inside of your business. This requires knowing where your numbers are and plugging them into a formula. A short version of that formula, broken into 2 steps, looks something like this. 1, gather all your monthly expenses, that's all your costs in your business, on average in a given month. Number 2 is, what's your monthly profit, right? What's the amount available to invest in dollars that you're looking for? And then what's the number of salespeople? Step 2 is we want to calculate. So I want you to add line 1 and 2. So that was your expenses plus your profit that you need to generate each month. And then you divide it by your total expenses and then your total number of salespeople. That gives you the monthly sales needed by each. Then we want to divide number 5 by 4 weeks to get your weekly sales requirement per person. Notice that this is a formula. The formula plans for profit instead of hoping it'll be there and counting it when it's done. If your sales or your team member falls below the recommended sales member analysis, you need to share that with the team. First rule of behavior is people will support what they help create. So work through the numbers with them so they can see how to generate and how important these meetings are and how important the numbers are to the overall health of the business. If they're underperforming, you have 2 options. Have each salesperson sell more per customers or work smarter with each customer. They may need to make more sales calls, increase closing ratios, or improve the quality leads that are ready and people buying your product or services. The conversation and training for your team can come out of using this worksheet tool. Working through to see the results filter. It's easier to manage results versus people's behavior. Follow the money, or in this case, the numbers, and see where it leads. This is one way to see if you're managing your sales by the numbers. So here's your homework. I want you to pull your numbers and I want you to work the formula to see what should each person make or what should each person bring in so the company can be profitable. Now, if it's only you, which is fine, are you charging enough? I'm going to review that in another episode, but it's a great place to start. So I want you to post your comments. I want you to share. I want you to say what kind of breakthrough you had from getting this information. And remember, I am your partner in prosperity. I'm Susie Carder, and I'm excited to support you in this journey.